Big superstar came out, though, this week. Had some comments that ruffled some feathers around the league.
Yep.
And I promised that the hometown boys and women around there were not happy with these comments, but it's Philly. They'll get over it. Embiid makes some comments about winning a championship with or without Philadelphia. Yeah, I was a little shocked by those comments. Red, what's your thoughts on those comments? And do you think he will stay with the 76ers or, make a move before it's too late, before he's out of that prime?
Man, so I'll say it like this. I think he is going to stay, but I think if he stays this year, I think he's going to be there until, if he's there after this year, I think then they trade him, not he asked for a trade. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
The dude's about to be 30 at this time next year and has a history of back problems. If you still want to be the number one, and be the reason a team makes a championship, this is your year to do it. I think if he doesn't ask out now, then you're going to be playing second fiddle. There might not be anything wrong with that, but think about how differently people would look at Anthony Davis if he was the number one in New Orleans and they made it to round 3. You know what I mean? It was, even though that's unfair, he'd be looked at differently.
He would be.
And you don't want to be 30 years old with a history of back problems and get paid that much money.
You have to carry a team on your
and
back.
then, miss 40 games a year. That's like getting to my point. They're going to trade him and he's going to go to I don't know, Boston and be the third piece. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
If it's not this year,
That'd be crazy.
If it's not him
No one
going
might
to
jump off a bridge, bro.
the Clippers or something and being the number one this year, then I don't see. I mean,
come to the Lakers.
Hey, if they could fit him, man, any team would take him.
Oh gosh, yes.
But it's you know what I mean? I'm not saying he couldn't do it, but it's kind of like in that Derrick Henry spot.
Yeah,
you just fall off, man.
I don't mind that comparison.
They both just get worked so much, and Embiid is just so big that he's just too big.
Falls all the time.
Yeah, and it's just, man, that you're about to be 30, man. And back problems that's the last type of problem you want to have as a professional athlete, especially
definitely.
A basketball player.
Yeah. I mean,
So-
you see all the athletes that's ruined their careers.
Yeah, so if he doesn't, leave this year, I think that he's not going to leave. It'll be him getting sent out.
I actually really like that approach. I don't know if I believe that though. I do think the comments were more of a message.
Yeah.
I think it was more of a message to the front office and the entire league.
He seems very loyal.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
And I think a player like him, I think they want to take the Kobe approach, like a Dame Lillard. He wanted to take that approach and play for that team for his entire career. But you saw what happened with Dame Lillard now. There comes a point in time where you're done, man. Where you're kind of just are we chasing championships or are we chasing Eastern Conference Finals appearances, are we going to make it to the big dance ever? And, it'd be different if they made the championship once and they lost. And this is another trying to get back to that. They haven't even tasted it,
Exactly.
They haven't even got there yet. So it's really weird for me. I just think it was a reminder. These comments were more of a reminder to the league that the MVP, even though I don't agree with him being MVP, I did, but I don't anymore. I think it's just a reminder. MVP is still here, y'all. I'm still here. I'm still the leader of this team, and I'm here right now.
And that may be him realizing, hey man, the way I play, I can't do this forever. Y'all gotta build around me.
You just hit my dang center point. We can talk all we want about Embiid. You can talk crap about him, but you got to give this guy a roster, man. And
yeah,
it's not like the roster is bad at all. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying their roster is, if not a contending team, it's right there on the borderline of it. I think that they're right there. It's just there's a couple pieces away, and I think you got to find another guy. You got to find a guy that can take over a game as much as Embiid. Not saying he has to be better than Embiid. And, you get a James Harden for that reason. 2016 James Harden would be different.
Yeah.
You have a guy like that, then you're feeling pretty good. But this is 2023 James Harden. This isn't Rockets James Harden. You don't have a guy that can absolutely take over a game any night. I mean, that's the best thing about you see the Jason Tatum, the JB duos. Either one of those guys can take over any night. LeBron, Anthony Davis, either one of those guys can take over any night. You know, it's just rare. Like, we're in that duo era in the NBA. So, is James Harden the best duo partner for this guy? Is Tobias Harris the best duo partner for that guy?
Well, I like Tobias Harris. He's getting paid too much. I'll ask you this. If they had got, say they get rid of James Harden, say they get, not that this dude is not going to be in the trade, I just mean this level of player. Say they get they have a TJ McConnell level point guard next year. If they had gotten, say, Chris Middleton, are they in a better spot, you think, than they were this year with James Harden? And if they have a slightly above average point guard and a guy like Chris Middleton with that roster, then would just James Harden and Embiid be in the – because Tobias Harris is fine, but, like, he's not worth as much as he's getting paid at all.
I think everyone agrees with that.
But, like, if he's your third option, cool.
No, he's a solid third option. I mean, he does his job. That's his thing, and that's all you could say for the guy. I would say yes. I would say with a Chris Middleton, mainly because he's got a championship experience. Those kind of guys is what they need. They don't need a guy that's been better than James Harden or is even better. I think Chris Middleton is, but you got to get a guy that is a championship player. James Harden is not a championship player. Chris Middleton is a championship player. He's a perfect two to a superstar. There's perfect twos in this league. That play perfect next to superstars. And I would even say when Dame and the Portland was playing good, CJ McConnell, that level of a guy, I mean,
what if Philly gets a guy like Clay?
There you go. There you go. Even though Clay's not what he once was, but I mean, he's still a flamethrower any given night. There's players in this league where it makes sense, and it's just you gotta find the right guy. I don't think it's as easy as just going to get a Dame Lillard. I think you can make a move for a certain player, in this league where it makes sense, And I don't know who it is. Maybe a Paul George or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. But there's a certain guy in this league that fits perfectly with Joel Embiid. I can't tell you who it is right now, but there is a guy out there that knows how to win and would be a perfect two for him, and then maybe become the one after a couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, say they got, I'm not just being a homer. If they got a dude with Jaden McDaniels defense, like a Paul George, that type of just can play defense but also be that second scorer. Yeah. Like, dude, if they had Drew Holiday 2 years ago, that's the type of dude they need in my opinion.
Jaylen Brown now.
Yeah.
Like a guy that is like.
Call me crazy. I think Austin Reeves could be the third guy there easily.
No, he's going to be the third. He's going to be the third fiddle in Lakers. So I mean, I get what you mean, man. There's just, I don't think James Harden's the guy.
Shea.
Oh, see, someone like Shea Gilgeous is like money, bro. That is
Shea.
Money. That is like a perfect guy next to him, bro. A near superstar. If he was in the right situation, right, media market, he is a superstar.
Oh yeah.
Because Shea Gilgeous is a superstar in my opinion. He just happens to play for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh yeah.
But we could talk about this all day. Embiid, though, I do believe, and I would be shocked if he ever left Philly. Not to say it won't happen. There was a point in time where I thought it'd be crazy for Dame Lillard to leave the Portland Trailblazers, and we are here. So, I'm not going to be surprised by anything when it comes to superstars leaving their hometown. It's just so normal now. So.